I am so angry and I am so sad at the same time. I am extremely upset by this news. This is Anu. She's a 46-year-old Nigerian lady. Anu came to the UK over a year ago to work as a care assistant living in Northern Ireland. So that means this story is also very, very close to me. Northern Ireland. Where is Anu? Anu's dead. A death that was so avoidable. Guys, after hearing this story, you're going to be angry yourself. You're going to be upset. Here are the details. Stop that. So like I said, this is Anu. She's 46-year-old according to the news feeds that I read online. Anu came to work in the UK as a care assistant over a year ago in a town outskirts of Belfast called Newry. Funny thing is, I have one Ghanaian brother that worked there as well, in Newry. There was a time that this lady says she was coming home from work and some boys in her neighborhood or wherever, they followed her and they came to bang on her door, terrorizing her, according to the article I read. Terrorizing her. So I'm sure maybe they were screaming and they were threatening her, blah blah blah. As wise as Anu was, she phoned the police. She informed the police. As to what the police did, I don't know. On another occasion, Anu was going to her house. She met these same people again. This time around, these same boys, and these boys are not black people, obviously, they are locals from here. These people poured a liquid on her. She must be extremely terrified because look at what happened in the UK recently. So imagine when people's houses were being burnt, people were being attacked, and around that same time she's being attacked by these boys. They poured a liquid on her. I'm sure she'd be very scared because what if it was acid? So once again, she phoned the police. Thank God it wasn't acid. They just threw a liquid on her. Only God knows what it was, whether it was urine or juice or whatever. They poured it on her. She phoned the police. She informed the police. Guys, just last week, this lady has gone to her care home. She has worked day shift. She has closed in the night. She's coming home. This time around, she saw those guys again. This time around, those guys were having sort of like an altercation with somebody else. They were attacking somebody else and she saw it. So she was now running away because now she doesn't even want them to see that she has seen. She's been a witness to what they are doing. So she ran for cover. She ran for safety. And she phoned the police as well to inform the police of what has happened. As she got to the neighbor's house to seek refuge, she had an asthma attack. She was gasping for breath. Apparently she has asthma and she could not control herself now. She had an attack. She could not breathe. So they phoned the paramedics. The paramedics came, you know, they tried what they could. They even used the defibrillator on her. They took her to the hospital. She died. She died. This is what Anu's brother had to say when he was interviewed.
She ran down actually because she thought she was running for her life, but actually, unfortunately, she ran into her death. She ran into a neighbor's house just to take cover, and the door was open to her. As she came in, she couldn't see anything. She was gasping for breath, and while that was happening, the police came and they saw her struggling, and they advised her to to use an inhaler because she's asthmatic, and she had 2 puffs of the inhaler and sat down, and she just slumped. She ran. She had to run because these same guys had attacked her twice in the past, in the last few months. The last time she was attacked was on the 3rd of June in broad daylight, where they came behind her and poured some liquid on her.
Guys, does this even make sense? This death was so avoidable. If asthma did not kill her in Nigeria, why should it kill her in the UK? And when she first reported the boys for throwing a liquid on her, when she first reported them for terrorizing her, coming to bang on her door and terrorizing her, when she called the police on both occasions, what did they do? It is now that the superintendent and whoever are expressing condolence. What is the family using condolence for? What a sad death. Let me tell you a story. This house that we live in, there was a time that my husband parked his car in front of one of our neighbors' houses. Meanwhile, they had written no parking over there, but my husband just went to park. They put like a poster there that no parking just by the gate, and my husband went to park there because the whole place was filled up. There was no space nowhere else, so he just parked there. So my husband came back to sleep. I was there and I heard a knock on my door, and the person said, "Are you the guys who drive this so and so car? Is that your car there?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, you're not supposed to park there." I said, "Well, it's my husband who parked there. I'm sure he didn't see the sign or something. You're not supposed to park there." He started talking plenty, and then his last words were threatening. He said, "I just want you to know some people get their cars burnt around here. So why are you telling me that some people get their cars burnt around here? It's a threat, Abi, or I'm overreacting." Then I'm like, "What are you saying?" "Just so you know, cars get burnt around here." In anger, then he left. So I called my husband, "Please, go and take the car from there." But that threat, I'm like, no, the police has to know. Should anything happen, he should be questioned. Okay, I called the police. They asked me to explain. I told them everything that I have narrated to you guys now. They said, well, because it's a neighbor to neighbor issue, they don't want to breed animosity between us. So what they are going to do is that they are going to go to knock on the boy's house and they are going to ask that they've been told that he said that cars get bent around here. So does he know of anybody that has bent any car? He should call them when he sees people burning cars. So they told me the approach that they're going to use so that it won't be like I've come to report him so that he will not hate me. And if the police has come to him to ask about people burning cars, then he will not be stupid enough to do that, right? So I'm like, that's a good approach. Then they went on further to say they'll pass by when they go to the guy's house to come and see me and to talk about this whole thing further. I said, thank you so much. Guys, that was last year. I don't know if it's tomorrow that they will come, or I don't know if it's next year that they will come. It's been over a year. They have not been here. Imagine if this guy was a psychopath. Imagine if this guy was so serious. He could have really hit the car. Or he can't really hit us just because we parked like in front of his house when we are not supposed to park there. They didn't show up. Another story in this same Northern Ireland. This man, he ships things from Northern Ireland to Ghana. He does his own stuff. He ships his own items to Ghana, right? So usually other Ghanaians who are in Northern Ireland, if we want to send things and he's in the process of sending things, we ask him to take our things along, right? Because he sends his stuff in containers, so there's always space. So we ask him, oh, please, can you take this, let's say, this bicycle to my nephew in Ghana, and then let's say we'll pay something little. Because he's not running it as a professional thing. He's just sending his own business stuff, right? And then we join. I've sent something through him. He was a very honest man. He delivered it to my family safely, no issues, right? Recently, we asked him to come for stuff. This man came for the stuff from us, right? And then he left. In less than 20 minutes, he called. He says he went to another Ghanaian lady's house in Northern Ireland to get her stuff as well so that she would ship all of them together. She entered the house, and when she came, the pickup truck that she uses to gather the things, somebody had taken it away. This was unusual. I'm like, how can somebody just take your car when you entered the house a few minutes ago? I mean, he had just left here. So it was like, but this man is a very respectable man. He's a family man. He's a husband. He's a father. The first items that I sent, he delivered it well, no issues. So I'm like, no, he won't do that. Like, you know, after about 2 hours, he called again and said they found a car. So I'm like, no, wait, what happened? He says he phoned the police. He described the car. He told them the car number, the items in the car, everything. And then obviously they asked for where he is, blah, 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 his number. And after about an hour, they delivered the car. And according to the police, they said they found people driving it on whatever highway. So when the police asked where he was, they were able to track the car easily because he phoned almost immediately they took it. So they were able to track the car and they were able to get the car. He asked the police that, oh, which people stole it? What happened? They just said, according to him, what he told me, he said they didn't give him any further information. I'm like, that does not make sense. They should let you know who took it. Has the person been arrested? Are they being sent to court? I mean, they should let you know. He said they just gave him his keys. They didn't give him any further explanation. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, it's like they don't respect him because let me know. Initially, I'm like, but this is clearly an example. Somebody has reported 2 attacks of same people. You people did not give these people a restraining order. You did not arrest them. You did not find them. And now she's dead. Now she's dead because of those same people she was running away from. Those same people who attacked her twice and she reported to you. Guys, are we safe? This is really scary, oh. Are we really safe? Hey, I feel like most of these people don't really respect us just because of the color of our skin, honestly. Because if it was a white person who has been attacked by 2 black men, do you think those black boys would have gotten away with it twice? And if it was 2 black boys who did this to a white lady, would the whole UK not be turning around in demonstration now? Is this fair? My condolences to the family of Anu, the brother, the children. I hear she had a son as well. My condolences to your family. Okay, God protect you and be with you. I don't know. Guys, what is this?
Beautiful. So you're all very welcome here this evening as we gather to remember our sister, Anu. I'd like to particularly Anu's family, and especially her son, Ola, who arrived in Newry today to join his mum in honourably serving all of us, our community.
What is this? What is this? This is sad.